painting, but the fumes have got me. Real hideous, real hideous fumes coming off the paint, guys. To be honest, I was using this other one, this glass, this Dulux one. But then I bought a part of this. What is it? Wicks Trade Star. It's really smelly. But that door's had one coat. That one's had one. Just got to do that. Oh, just got to do that panel there. They're all going to need 2 coats. Anyway, it's a specials time.
Sleep all day, instinct on the way. I'm a parasite, I creep about at night. It's a silly place to be. What am I doing here? Watching the girls go by, spending money on I don't work, 'cause I don't have to. I don't have to work. There's no one to do. I'm a member of the nightclub. I'm doing great, a member of the nightclub.
That paint definitely makes your head go a bit light. Last night I was getting quite buzzed out, but I don't know. I've opened a few windows now. It's really warm in Kent today. I forgot what I come in here for.
I won't dance in a club like this. Girls and sex.
That's what I went in there for, my charger. I have to buy a new stylist tonight for that. Not that it's worn completely right out. Another 20 quid. You can buy cheap ones, but to be honest with you, it ain't worth buying a cheap one. You might as well buy the proper diamond tip one. Anyway, I'm just going to put my phone on the floor, so you might just have to sit on the floor for a bit. So I'll get my wireless paddle. Wireless pad, charging pad. Charger's a little bit slower though. So I've got to open a few more windows, get rid of some of this. Some of the paint fumes. Got some more doors to paint as well. The colour colour I've had to paint over is bright red, so it's taken a couple of coats. Saying that, I've done this one, look, I've got the door handle on, and that one there. I'm sorry, I'm making progress, it's just that it's a massive house, but it's all good. It's all good. Oh. Quite a peaceful night, evening. It's been about 15 degrees today, which is quite nice. What's our radio then? Oh yeah. So I've got my CB radio, these handheld ones on the scanning. In fact, I just uploaded a video. This is that's the antenna that came with it, and this is the one I bought, which is massive. What I'm looking for though is that power of a power thing. That's what I'm looking for. More powerful battery pack. Tune it onto the UK bands. I've got this little one down here. That one there is 27 megahertz on AM and FM. And I've got this little one which is a bit of a naughty one. This goes sort of anywhere. But we'll tune into some. We'll tune into Heathrow Airport approach, which is 119 725. That's an aircraft. Some of them come in better. Hello, mate. BTK Indonesia, hello. What am I up to? I'm just listening to aircraft on this little radio, which are going into Heathrow Airport. I'm also painting, but the fumes of the paint have got me, so I've had to sit down for a bit. I've got that one. And then I've got this one, which is more like a CB radio. That's AM and FM. I'm just listening. And I'm also playing the specials. I'm quite gutted actually today, guys. When do I ever miss records turning up? Apparently I missed a delivery and they put a card through the door. They're coming back tomorrow, but I don't even think the guy knocks on the door, but that's another debate. Get the music, I'm just about to put it on 78 to get the fluff off. $78, look at that. But this one is 45. The anniversary copy. I've just got to alter this, otherwise it's going to keep me interrupting. Just take it off frequency a bit so it doesn't interrupt me.
Battery, medium. Vinyl.
Just because you're nobody, it doesn't mean that you're no good.
That's what I've got on the way. This is what came today, but I missed it. I've got a brand new mint copy of this coming, which I'm quite happy about because I've not really seen that for sale. And I've also got, what I've managed to get is this one, the specials, singles. This is a repress, like a new copy, but I've managed to get an original press of this. Anyway.
Some people think they're really clever to smash your head against the wall.
It's got a special speaker built into this. It's built on springs.
My way. They really think they know it all. It doesn't make it alright. It doesn't make it alright. It's the worst excuse in the world. And it doesn't make it alright.
how much am I paying for the records? That depends. Normally, let's say for instance, oh, the ones I'm buying, or some of them. The ones I'm buying, this one, I'm paying £30 for a mint copy of this. But it's only the second copy that I've ever actually seen. This was the first copy that I'd seen, and that was in Birmingham. I've got this in Birmingham, down where I live. You can't get hold of this. So yeah, I paid 30 for that, and I paid 30 for another original copy of that. But the guy knew what he had. The guy that I bought them off, he knew what he had. So he's asking top of the range. Well, not completely top of the range, but he's up there with his numbers. But do you know what I mean? Then again, you come across people on. I've bought records from eBay, sort of Madness records and Specials records, where the people don't know what they've got. So you can pick them up really cheap, but in a shop, say for instance, you can go and get sort of this Madness one for about 20 quid, I think, £20. But it varies really. Like this Dance Craze box set. You got 3 records in this box set. That was like 49 quid, but I've seen this now going for 40 quid. But the problem we've got now is, because of Record Store Day, which is becoming a bit of a gimmick, in my opinion. Not all of the bands, but it's not really the bands. You can't blame the Specials or Madness or... Well, I suppose you could blame Madness, because they're still bopping about, but you couldn't blame the Specials. Yeah. The prices, mainly the two-tone music, the Specials, Madness, the Beat, Bad Manners, the Selector, they hold their value. And the price is just going to go up. I've been collecting these since I was a child, and the price is just going to go up. Especially for these people that buy records and don't open them, just keep them in the wrappers. I've got a few pals that do that. I don't do that. I open them and play them. But I know that, say I pay 40 quid for an album, I know that I'm not going to get 40 quid back. But I do know that I'm going to get quite a bit back, like over 50% of that, for sure. So the way I look at it is, it's a bit of a pension plan. Rather than save my money with the bank, who are going to give me pounds. If you went and invested now, right, my records at the moment, the ones I've got listed on Discogs, it's up to about £6,500 now, but I haven't put them all in there. But if you used to go and put that, say you used to put £5,000 in the bank now, and then you used to go out and buy £5,000 worth of records and come back in 10 years' time, I can guarantee that your records will be worth a lot more than that money that you put in the bank. And that's the way I look at it. Because one day I'll have to sell them all, because I can't take them with me, basically. But you obviously get some records that are worth more than, do you know what I mean, that are worth that money, because they're rare. Trying to find something that's a bit rare. This Amy Winehouse. This is brilliant with the Specials. In fact, should we play it? Yeah, let's play Amy Winehouse and the Specials. But yeah, the Scar collection. Check this out. It was really hard to get. Yeah, mate. At the end of the day, it's going to be enjoyable when I sell them. Do you know what I mean? Because hopefully, I'm going to sell my two-tone collection, all my Madness specials and all that, all in one bundle, rather than split it all up. Somebody really ought to buy that as a collection. And I've also got a massive which was my first ever collection, guys. I've got a massive UB40 collection. That was the first real band I got right into, and I went to see them when I was 15. I went, what was it, 1986 or 85, the Rat in Me Kitchen tour, and they were brilliant. Obviously it's quite sad, which is what's happened there, but anyway, let's have a bit of Specials and Amy Winehouse. You're wondering now, which is side 2. I could sell them all separately, do you know what I mean? But that would take me forever to list all them records. But yeah, but to be honest, the two-tone ones, they sell. The market's just through the roof, especially after Terry Hall, the lead singer that passed away. The prices went, and I've seen that before when Rankin Roger from The Beat, when he passed away, the prices went. So I can only imagine people like Suggs from Madness and other people, two-tone sort of groups. The same's going to happen now when they sadly pass away. I suppose the good thing about that is when I was a little 9-year-old skinhead, that's what I got into. So I was lucky really, because I was really young. But I managed to catch that. That's mainly because my older cousin, who was 4 years older than me, he was a skinhead and he was right into it. And then it sort of swept through the country. It was this group called Madness and the Specials, and it was quite crazy actually. The way it just took over. The only other sort of music scene I've been involved like that is the acid house scene. I was involved in that as well, like the acid parties. Lots of LSD, warehouses, big speakers, and lots of DJs. Yeah, and no alcohol anywhere. Anyway, that's another story. 33. Check this out.
We'd just like to introduce our good friend Amy, who's going to sing on this one.
Well dance, yeah, they were brilliant.
Battery, medium. Vinyl.
I work day, eh? Sun's out, specials here. Count yourself lucky.
You're wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end. You're wondering how you will You're wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end. You're wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end. You're wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end. You're wondering now what to do. Now you know this is the end.
All right. Well, my uncle was from Gravesend. 46 years. That's a long time out there. Then again, this is probably a better life out there than being in Gravesend at the moment. Yeah, I don't mind Gravesend. That's not too far really from me. I'm sort of about 10 miles from Maidstone, is where I am. But yeah, I used to go to Gravesend quite a bit when I went. I used to go to Essex. I used to get the like boat that goes across. Where does it go? Tilbury, I think. But yeah, my uncle, when I was a kid, he used to own a lot of garages in Gravesend. Big sort of Indian population in Gravesend because my uncle used to do all their cars many moons ago. Let me just put this record away. I'll have a mouthful of me cherry coke. Gravesend, Mepham. Oh, around sort of that area. Yeah, I think them early sort of rave days were really good. Don't mind the jungle music, but what I really liked was when it first started, because it was all so new. Yeah. Got completely out of my face many a time, and had a really good night, I must add. But then that's probably my ADHD, you know what I mean? Not that I took the bad drugs, guys. I took the party drugs. You know what I mean? I wasn't interested in any drugs that made me just lay down and vegetate. Do you know what I mean? It was all ecstasy and stuff, LSD, amphetamine. All my friends that touched the wrong stuff, a lot of them are no longer here. But obviously, I just took the reach for the laser stuff. Cobham. I'm with you. Yeah, it's changed a lot, Kent now. It's just, to be honest, Kent now is just full of, because of all the wars and all the shit that's going on in the world, it's just full of immigrants. Half of them are illegals, and I think, well, to be honest, I think about 95% of them are just illegals trying to get in here to make a bit of money. I can't really blame them. Do you know what I mean? If they come from somewhere that's just poverty torn, I can't really knock someone. But then I've still got to say something against it, because we're just full up here now. It's got to the point where we are full up. We already had a housing crisis and a National Health Service crisis, and now it's just going to get even worse. But what can you do? You can go and vote once every 4 years. What does that really achieve? I think all the MPs and that just make it up as they go along. But you want about the grasshopper up on the way to Sevenoaks, isn't you? What about the Slammer? You ever heard of the Slammer in Gravesend? Slammers. The Grasshopper. That was in Westrum. Bing. Westrum. Let me know if I'm right about the Grasshopper. You could be on about another Grasshopper. Do you know what I mean? But the one I know it is in Westrum. But it did used to be one of the places to go. Do you know what I mean? That was when it very first started. In fact, that's where the first ecstasy that I ever did. My mate come home one night. We'd never even heard of ecstasy tablets. We'd never even heard of them. They weren't out, so to speak. We were just doing acid and that. Anyway, I'm tripping around my mate's house one night. My other mate's come back from the Grasshopper in Westrum, and he said, "Do you want to do half of this pill?" He said, "They're called E's." And like, we were just like thinking, what are they then? But I can remember I did my first half an E on acid, and it was mad. Crazy. Yeah. Tell you what was quite good in Maidstone. There used to be one called The Warehouse in Maidstone. That was good as well. It used to be on the old Chatham Road. But yeah. That's mad, that. Yeah, it used to, that was sort of, well, it must have been. It must have had its finger on the pulse, because that's when my pal done his first E, and he's bought some back for us. And obviously we were all a bit sceptical, but then we were looking at him thinking, yeah, he's looking all right. And I kept saying, "Is it anything like an acid?" And he kept saying, "It's nothing like an acid." But jumping, yeah, Maidstone. Now it's all dead. The sad thing is now it's just all crap. That was when you could go in and it was a good atmosphere. Now it's all guns and, you know what I mean, just moodiness. But yeah, crazy times. I'm trying to think what year that was that I did my first half an E. Early days anyway, when they first came out. But yeah, we wondered what he'd done. I've just done a knee. We thought, what's a knee? You know what I mean? 'Cause no one had ever heard of that. So we was thinking, what? I was a bit dubious about doing half. I thought, no, I'm going to do this, because we was already on acid. I thought, no, if I'll do this, you know what I mean? I might, you know what I mean? Might just trip right out. But you've not been back since 2000. You ain't missed nothing, mate, to be honest with you. It's saying that, it's all right. Do you know what I mean? It's bearable, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? I suppose I shouldn't really. Well, I can't really complain. There's a lot of people out there in other countries who are a lot worse off than me. You know what I mean? But as for UK standards, it's just mad. It's just we're housing all the immigrants at the minute, illegal and legals, all of them, in hotels and things. And to be honest, I'm not an activist, or, you know what I mean? I've got my opinions on that. But you've got people out there that it's getting a bit more, people are starting to get pissed off with the fact that the government's saying to us that we're all completely skint, no one's getting nothing, and yet they're spending all this money. And it's not just on the foreign people, it's on wars, it's on lots of things. That's my opinion anyway, but at the end of the day, but yeah. I think the real 5% of migrants, yeah, let them in. Do you know what I mean? If they're going to come, if you was coming in the right way, you'd come in with your paperwork, wouldn't you? But they're not. They're coming in on little dinghies over from France. It's just relentless into Dover. Well, it's all along that Kent coast. Mark, I bet they're all getting it at night. I could probably go down there. I was thinking about it actually. Going down there and catching a bit on camera and showing people the reality of it. You're returning in December? Oi, get to France, mate, and come in on a little dinghy. They'll put you in a first-class hotel, and you'll be well away. Nah, only joking. Nah. Yeah, December's always a good time. Christmas time, it's more of a happy time. Saying that, the country's all right. It's settled down a bit. All the crazy things that have happened seem to have passed us by, but you never know when something crazy is going to happen, do you? But at the end of the day, that's why the NHS is failing, because we got all these people coming in and getting on it. Say like 500 people have paid in, but you got 2,000 using it. Does that mean the maths doesn't add up, does it? But the government are all scratching their heads as to, do you know what I mean? Why has that gone like that? It's just unbelievable. But then again, the government are probably living in a different world to what I am and what you are. And have they ever been to it over here before, to England? I suppose it's quite a nice place, really, if you've never been here. All the people that are here now, all the foreign people seem to think it anyway, but I don't mind. They're all on my buses all the time. I think the government gives them a free bus pass like I've got. They're all just going about. I expect a lot of them have got more from our country than they've probably ever got from theirs, so good luck to them. That's what I say, the real ones. But yeah. But there's also a lot of mothers with kids, so do you know what I mean? It's good, really. But all I'm saying is it's not sustainable. If we was as large as America or as big as Australia or something, it wouldn't be so bad. But unfortunately, I'm just on a little island. But and it's the same in Ireland as well. I've got an Irish pal across the water, and it's the same there as well. But because they were on about the other day, they were trying to, what was the government saying? They was going to move them from the hotels into old army barracks, do up old army barracks and house them in there. But then some MP turned around and said it's going to cost billions more doing that than just paying for their hotel. So at the moment, you go to any hotel in England or holiday park, and you won't get in there. You will not get in there because it's full. Well, I don't know. I suppose really, you can't really spin these little boats around in the water in the channel and just leave them. You take them back to France. Well, to be honest, they help to find the gang leaders, because each of these people that are coming across in the dinghies and boats, they're all paying about £4,000 to the traffickers. So there's a fat, greedy criminal in France rubbing his hands, and it's them people that need taking out. But it's crazy. Then again, France is half the problem. What record should I put on? Northfleet. My old man loved it over that way. So it's not too cold come December. I think we're due a big snowy one at some point. Very wet, mild winter this year. Right, I'm going to charge my phone anyway. I shall catch you later. I'll be back later anyway at some point. Whatever you're doing, have a good one.